I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and yes, Kristol has been released. You see, she just wasn't pulling her weight around here, you know what I'm saying? And people, they started saying that she was a better host than I was. I don't think so. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna prove to you that I'm supremely awesome, and that we don't need her. So no, don't sit there and try to rebel and say, oh, we want her back and stuff, because no, it's not gonna happen. Because you see, just like in the WWE, when people get fired, we know they're fired forever, and they possibly in no way could ever be coming back next week or anything like that. So let's get to this. This is your Raw review for, what is it, September 26, 2011. Oh man, we got 6 days until Hell in a Cell. These pay-per-views, they seem to get closer and closer. At least this one was only 2 weeks after Night of Champions. It's friggin' ridiculous. So now, this is the final Raw. Yes, final Raw before the pay-per-view. So I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of stuff crammed into it. Actually, going into the show, I was thinking it wasn't going to be that great. But it actually turned out to be pretty freaking awesome. So let's get right down to it. The first person to come out is none other than the COO, Triple H. Triple H talks about how Jerry the King Lawler, he's injured. Actually, he doesn't. Not yet. Because I actually wanted to point this out, because Jerry the King Lawler is gone. And Booker T is in his place. Booker T always makes me laugh on SmackDown, when I actually watch SmackDown, you know. But now he was on Raw, so he's always got something really, actually kind of bizarre to say. He comes out and plays this extremely long video package explaining why R-Truth and The Miz got fired. Because, you know, everyone seems to be in a firing mood lately, right? So he goes and starts talking about the firing after he plays the video package, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. And he also says that that's not enough. He's still going to charge him $250,000, but no, he's not going to charge him $250,000 because now he's going to put that on Mark Henry. Because Mark Henry, yes, he injured Jerry the King Lawler, and that is why Booker T had to replace him. So that was kind of confusing. Did I get that right? $250,000 paid by Mark Henry, but Miz and R-Truth are still fired, but they don't have to pay now, but they're still fired? Okay, but at least they addressed that. Because I know everyone on the internet, including me, is saying, wait, but an official got harmed, and 2 guys got fired, and another official got harmed in the same night, and nothing happened to him. But they addressed it, so all of that is good. Good to go. Triple H, this opening segment, I'm really digging it. It's just really hooking me. Everyone seems to be on fire. I'm talking about the announcers and Triple H, because that's all we've gotten to so far. Then we start hearing the screeches of, excuse me! And that could be none other than Vicky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler. Comes out there and says that Hugh Jackman, a real movie star Triple H, not you, because you're not a real movie star, just like everyone knows. It's very funny that he said that. He got his jaw broken, or it's fractured. That gigantic jaw that Mr. Perfect ripoff Dolph Ziggler has over there, he had it fractured or whatever, so he's very upset. And he's not having that. Alright, they actually mentioned that this story of Hugh Jackman hitting Dolph Ziggler and all that was carried on TMZ, TMZ, whatever, all this crap. I didn't know that. I don't look at those publications because I don't care about that kind of stuff, but if they are going to bring WWE into it, it's awesome. I mean, the last time I remember something that big, like storyline getting into all these different things, was actually with John Morrison and Snooki. So, props to WWE for getting their name out there. That's awesome. They know what they're doing. WWE knows what they're doing, and that's great. Alright, so now we get Cody Rhodes coming out there, and I am rejoicing at the fact that Cody Rhodes is out there because, you know, I love Cody Rhodes, and man, he cut a great promo, as did Ziggler. Ziggler was on fire. Why are all these superstars on fire? Did Triple H and everyone else and Del Rio get just reprimanded by Vince McMahon like we heard? The stories from the back. Vince McMahon was pissed and he wanted everybody to be right on their toes and get all into this. Or is it just the fact that Hell in a Cell is 6 days away and they really got to convince you to spend $50? I would say that it would be a combination of the two. So, he said his face is even more disfigured from all the trauma that happened on the SmackDown. Oh, poor Cody. He had to get like 18 stitches in his head. Poor guy. I mean, I'm sure he used to be a beautiful person, but now he's just so disfigured that it's just pathetic. Now we got Christian coming out, and he's whining and complaining about Sheamus. Let me fill up my page. Triple H is very funny. He's explaining to Christian the reason he lost, or not actually the reason he lost, but just the way the match went out, because Christian didn't really understand why the match ended up the way it did with the lumberjack match. Triple H comes out and says, hey, this is how a lumberjack match works. There's guys outside of the ring. It was very funny. Christian is threatening a lawsuit. Oh my gosh. This lawsuit, what is this? So he's going to set a match. It looks like it's going to be... Christian is going to be taking on John Cena. And the announcers build this up like John Cena, oh my god, he's going to go against John Cena, he's going to get killed. I'm like, the dude's world heavyweight champion formerly. And John Cena is not a wrecking crew. I mean, John Cena is John Cena. It's like, yeah, he's a big superstar, but it's not like he's getting fed to the wolves or anything. I thought that was kind of weird. Christian is a crybaby, very reminiscent of his... what was it, 2001 or so, where he didn't win King of the Ring, but Edge did, and then he became a crybaby, went to WrestleMania 18 against DDP, and then lost in front of 93, not 93, but a whole bunch of fans, DDP, big thing, funny storyline, kind of ridiculous, and Christian was always, like, making fun of DDP, but that's completely off topic, but not really, because he was reminiscing back to the crybaby days. Okay, now... Triple H sets the match for Dolph Ziggler, and it's going to go against Zack Ryder. Dolph Ziggler is very upset because that's not a real champion. He's the internet champion, not the U.S. champion like a real belt. This is a fake belt, the internet championship. He's like, are you serious, bro? I got to face this, woo-woo-woo guy? But I thought that was great. Man, Zack is getting pushed, and that's just amazing. He tells Cody he's going to have the night off, but Cody starts running his mouth. Triple H is like, I'm going to put you in a one-on-one match. He starts running his mouth some more, and just like he was in grade school or something, he's like, you keep talking, I'm going to put you in a triple threat match. Oh, now it's going to be a four-way match. Well, I think I'm going to have you in like a nine-way over-the-top rope elimination style match. So I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I don't think I even could write down everybody in the match because there was so many people and they got eliminated so seemingly fast. Drew McIntyre eliminated in like 1 second. Sad day for you. Sin Cara is out there. He gets eliminated. Then the other Sin Cara is out there. Gabriel gets eliminated. Morrison and I think Daniel Bryan get eliminated. I know Morrison got eliminated. He got eliminated. John Morrison. Freaking ridiculous. He's just losing all the time. I don't even look at his face anyways. So, John Morrison's gone. Jackson is out there. He gets eliminated. And Sheamus gets eliminated. So you know what that means? Oh, Cody Rhodes is still Intercontinental Champion. He beat 8 or 9 superstars and beat Sheamus. Whoa. This dude is amazing. Cody Rhodes, greatness. Okay, Christian comes out and attacks Sheamus. There was a mention of anal bleeding, which I was like, I think they were talking about Jerry the King Lawler, but I was like, what? Wasn't really paying attention, and I heard that, and it was like completely silent. Very scary. Otunga and John Laurinaitis are in the back. Otunga all of a sudden is embracing his Harvard law degree or whatever, and he's practicing with WWE superstars, or at least he's about to, being encouraged by John Laurinaitis. If that is the way the segment went, that's the way I remember it. Kelly and Eve. Oh boy, Kelly gets her own special promo before she comes out. It's like, isn't that like what your entrance is for? Or maybe you can throw in those little old school, early 90s little vignettes that they put at the bottom of the screen while you come out and you say a little thing. They did that with Dolph Ziggler a couple weeks ago. Why can't you put it with the Divas? Geez, does Kelly really need to get pushed anymore? But by the end of the match, I realized why they pushed her in this little video. Because you see, she goes against these little divas of destruction, or whatever they're called, Natalya and Beth, total awesomeness. And can you believe this? Beth Phoenix beats Kelly. Oh my God! It was amazing! Kelly actually lost a match, and this match actually wasn't bad. But yes, if you're keeping count, I don't know how you can, because these matches, Kelly and Eve versus, this match, it seems like it's been happening for over a year. I know I've been doing reviews, Monday Night Raw reviews, since like February, and it seems like I've done this almost every time. It's insane! Mark Henry, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus the Great Khali. You're thinking if he's going against the Great Khali, it's like Mammoth versus Behemoth. But no! Mark Henry squashes Khali in like 1 second. Not like I'm upset or anything, because I don't give a crap about the Great Khali. So, whatever. But it was kind of bizarre, I thought, at least. Alright, Cena comes out and they all love him. But he starts saying things to really get the crowd enticed and really not liking him. And I thought that was kind of weird. I mean, I don't know. It's just like he was saying things just to get the crowd mad at him. And they mention once again that the Hell in the Cell is 5 tons of steel. Let me tell you something. I've worked with steel before, and that thing does not weigh 5 tons. First of all, it's an aluminum cage, alright? That thing probably weighs like 1,000 pounds. I don't think any arena could carry 5 tons. That's redonkulous. It's a freaking cage with chain link fence. I mean, come on. It's not solid steel. It drives me crazy when they say solid steel, like it's a brick or something. I don't know. I know that's just a small complaint. They're trying to make us believe just in a little bit that it's real, but sometimes they just go a little too far. Why don't they just say the thing weighs 100 million pounds? I mean, really. Jeez. Alright. They had a very awesome camera angle where John Cena was talking in the little cage and everything. It was like movie style, just up and down, left to right, floating camera thing. It was pretty crazy. Del Rio comes out, CM Punk comes out wearing an announcer's jacket, which I thought was pretty funny because, I mean, that's so old school kickback. And he said that the other guy, Del Rio, wasn't wearing no pants, or he was like naked or something. And I was like, the irony is, I don't think CM Punk was wearing pants either, or he usually doesn't. But that's just a small thing. It was actually kind of funny, and I think he was trying to be ironic. Okay, Cena versus Christian. This is a match. But it ends in a DQ, because, like, Del Rio went for Punk, and then, I don't know, it just kind of led to chaos. I was kind of like, what? Huh? That's kind of what I thought. And I'm sure you thought the same thing. Now we got Dolph versus Zack. Dolph is the U.S. champion, and Zack is the fake internet champion. Oh, it was a big, high-energy match. I really enjoyed this match a lot. Zack Ryder, it's like you can feel it. You can feel it, like you know he loves what he's doing, and he loves the fact that all this energy and effort he's put in to his character and making himself. He made himself, he made that show himself, he built up his character from nothing. You can tell he's feeding off the crowd just back and forth. Something that we seem to be missing from John Cena just a little bit. Seems like John Cena's like... But Zack Ryder's got full of energy. I'm not saying he's the next world champion or WWE champion, but he is really riding this hard. Like the Rough Rider. He's riding it because he hits this Rough Rider. But I don't think that he won, because Dolph won. But Swagger gets in the ring. There's like a handshake. There's like a big kaboom at the stage. And Air Boom comes out. He's going to save Zack. It's all craziness. Teddy Long comes out and says, Vicky, you got 3 minutes. Not a 3-minute warning. Well, I guess technically it is a 3-minute warning, but not Rosie and Jamal aren't going to come and squash you or anything. But see, you got 3 minutes. That's the commercial break. You get you a partner, or it's going to be 2-on-1 or 2-on-3. So you better get 3-on-3 so it's even or whatever. So you come back and they don't have like a third person, but then you see the third person come out and it's Mason Ryan. Yes, it's new Batista, but he's got more of a tan, got more abs. Looks like he might have been doing a little bit of injections back at home. I'm not trying to judge, I'm just saying. It's kind of weird. Instant push. I was thinking, I was like, wait, what? He's been put in this match? What is this all about? But then, like, the match ends up with Mason Ryan turning super face. What? Out of nowhere? It's just like, and then the crowd loves it up, and I'm like, wow, does this guy just have charisma, or are the crowd just happy that, you know, he turned on the bad guys? I'm not really sure, but Zack Ryder picks up the win with the Rough Rider. Dude is getting pushed to the moon. It's freaking amazing. Unlike some people. Okay. Otunga is in the back. He's super lawyer, awesome, super happy fun time because he's in the back talking to all the bad heels and saying, hey man, I got all this experience. I may not be practicing, but hey, I know everything about everything because I went to Harvard, and I think that we can like sue people and do all this legal stuff, which is very interesting. I'm glad he's not doing what he has been doing, which is absolutely nothing really. Now I get the match with Del Rio versus Punk. Yes, this is the main event. Punk in the main event. Okay, Cena is on the announcer's table. Now, why is everybody on the announcer's table? Because obviously we got to push this pay-per-view that's coming in only 6 days. So everything is going crazy the entire night. Everyone's full of energy. Every single segment, everyone's giving 110% because everyone is trying to push this pay-per-view, and I would believe the stories in the back are true just because of the energy in here. That Vince McMahon was on everyone's case about not performing to the level or whatever. Whether that's true or not, they did perform and they did put on an awesome show. It was crazy. Okay, now the match itself. Well, it was really good actually. And then at the end of the match we saw the Hell in the Cell cage come down. The Hell in the Cell was up there to remind us that it's looming, only 6 days away. So the cage starts coming down. Rodriguez is standing there, like, under the cage, kinda, and Cena's, like, pushing him towards the cage after the match. You know, CM Punk had already won the match and everything. He's pushing him in the cage. They're all starting to fight, it seems like. Well, I had to write this down. It got a little confusing. It happened all at once. He pushes him in there. Punk goes for the GTS on Cena. Cena kind of falls out of it. I wouldn't call that a reversal, but Cena goes for the AA, but that doesn't work. Del Rio starts devastating Cena with the chair. Everyone gets just demolished. Punk and Cena are down. And Raw goes off the air like 2 minutes after the hour. This is amazing. Like, I was like, whoa, wait. It usually goes like 20 minutes. 2 minutes after. But at the same time, all this stuff happened that was just completely crazy. The entire night was completely insane. I had a really good time watching this. You know, too bad that, you know, I had to release Kristol, and, I mean, but we don't have to worry about that because you know how awesome I am, and you don't really want her back anyways. I mean, let's be serious. I mean, women just, you know, they don't really, you know, wrestling fans. I mean, what is that all about, right? But you see, I will be making my predictions as I usually do for the pay-per-view. It seems like I just did it yesterday for the last pay-per-view, but yes, I will be getting my predictions up, and I will make those predictions for the pay-per-view, and I will see you on the next Raw review right after Hell in the Cell, and I don't think that we'll be seeing Kristol. I mean, but we might. But if we do, I'll be taking care of it, you know what I mean? So I will see you all then.